What's going on, guys? I hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about why we went with a travel trailer upgrade versus what many of you thought was going to be a fifth wheel. I want to talk about that right now. I'm going to give you 5, maybe 6 reasons why. Check it out. So again, as you know, we traded out from our 2800 Grand Design Imagine 2800 BH. Fantastic trailer. We've gone across the country twice, done some amazing things, had a great time as a family. Nothing but positive things to say. Sorry about all the wind, guys. I'm right here off the lake, and as you can see, the camera might be swaying a little bit, but we're gonna work with it here today. So we switched out from the 2800 BH and we went into a Reflection, stayed with the Grand Design family, but we went with the Reflection 312 BH TS. Why did we do that? Well, there's a couple of different reasons. Most of them were wants, right? We wanted to upgrade our lifestyle and the way we live when we RV, but also there were some necessity things that we couldn't get around and that were completely out of our control. So the first one is, you hear me talk about Payload a lot of times. We have a 2500, Ram 2500 Limited. I throw the Limited in there not to talk about all the nice features, but I throw the Limited tag in there because that just means more weight, which means less payload to tow a travel trailer or a fifth wheel. So we could have gotten a fifth wheel. We could have gotten a smaller fifth wheel so we could be in that fifth wheel family, which would have been nice, but there's travel trailers that were just as nice, if not nicer. And that's what we found in the 312 BHTS through Reflection, another Grand Design trailer. So with our truck, I didn't have the payload to get the fifth wheel that I would have wanted. The fifth wheel that I would have wanted, that our family would have wanted, that would have made sense to upgrade from the 2800 BH was going to require a 1-ton truck. And financially, we're very savvy. Financially, we do what's responsible. We like to keep things in front of us. So again, we were able to pay for this trailer cash. We didn't finance or anything like that. Now is not the time to go into debt, in my opinion. That's a whole nother conversation. And so we were blessed to pay cash. We could have gotten a 1-ton truck, but also part of our philosophy as a family is we believe in the business of blessing others. And so we just couldn't wrap our heads around buying cash a new RV and a new truck just for that, when we could use some of that money to bless and give to those who were less fortunate. So we knew we didn't have the payload. We knew we didn't have what we needed to get the specific fifth wheel that we would have wanted. So we went with the Reflection, which I'm perfectly fine and happy with. We have, there's no perfect travel trailer, but this one is pretty close to it, especially for how we live and how we like to camp. We still have 2 young kids. So one's 9, my son's Nick, he's 9, Elise is 4. And so they're still small, but it's a lot more space. They have room to grow into now. And so it just made a lot of sense. With this, we have the payload, we have room left over, so we can use everything that we want to use when we go camping, pack the fireplaces, generator, all those different things. So that's number 1. We simply didn't have the payload. Number 2, I am not ready or willing to give up the space in the bed of my truck. I love having that space in the bed of my truck. I use it. It's easier to access, so if we pull over to the side of the road, if there's something I need to get out quickly, can jump back there and we're good to go. I don't like putting everything into the RV. I don't mind having things in my truck because sometimes when we disconnect from the truck, you still want things to remain in that truck with you wherever it is that you go. So for us, that's what worked out really well. I'm comfortable with it. People talk a lot about, the towability of a travel trailer versus the fifth wheel. Guys, I've been towing these things for years. Not necessarily travel trailers, but I've been towing for years. I'm very experienced with it. I'm comfortable with it. Yes, this is a long trailer, guys. This is a long trailer. The whole setup is almost 60 feet. I mean, it's long. But if you know what you're doing, you have the right proper hitch set up, it's not a problem. I mean, it's not. I'm in a state park right now with a 37.5-foot travel trailer. A lot of times people say, oh, it's too big to get in state parks. The state parks and places I want to go to, as you can see, this is exactly where I want to be in the RV that I want to be in. So from that standpoint, the number 2 reason, the big one, is I was not willing to lose the space in the bed of my truck. Although I do recognize that fifth wheels come with some substantial amount of storage, which is nice. I just like having the freedom of having my truck open and available to me. Number 3, guys, This travel trailer is large enough and nice enough to where it matches many of your fifth wheels. Now, when you get into those huge fifth wheels, it's not going to compete very well. But your average fifth wheel that most people have, guys, this is just as good, if not better, right? I mean, I have all the amenities, all the things that make it comfortable. You just don't have the high rise off of the ground. You know, you look at this, outside of not having a high rise like the fifth wheels, guys, this is a high rise trailer in itself. It's higher than your average trailer because it's so long and needs the ground clearance. This reflection, this travel trailer is pretty phenomenal. I have washer and dryer hookups if I need it. We don't use it, but who knows? Maybe this summer trip we might end up getting them, just because that's when we go across country and we take the longer trips than normal. But for now, as part-timers, we don't need all of that, the extra hookup, but we love the extra space. That's another thing. The amount of space upgrade in this compared to the 2800 BH is night and day, guys. I mean, we have empty containers and empty spaces now with everything else that we took over from the 2800 BH, which is good because, one, we don't need to add more to it. Let's see how that works out over time. But, you know, for now, we don't have any, there's no need that we have. There's no need. It's comfortable. It feels like an actual home when we come in. It's really comfortable. You have the nice island. My wife, she likes to prepare food and cook. We have a nice outdoor kitchen, which I'm getting ready to use here momentarily. We have some visitors coming over, our parents and family. So we're gonna cook some hot dogs and burgers and things. Everything we need is here. And so we don't feel like we're missing anything from the fifth wheel. Now, I will say this, as great as this trailer is, as the children get bigger and grow larger and they want to start bringing friends along and different things of that nature, we probably will go to a 1-ton truck and a nice size fifth wheel. But for now, I mean, they can have some friends come over now, they can have family come over now. They're comfortable, we're comfortable, we all have our own space, and it works out beautifully. The fourth reason I really enjoy having the travel trailer over the fifth wheel, and why we chose this, again, nothing against fifth wheels, they are pretty phenomenal, especially when you get into your higher end ones. But for us, I like the height difference. You know, fifth wheels can get pretty tall, especially the ones that we're interested in. If we get a fifth wheel, we want to go all out, like the Momentum and Solitudes and things going up that direction. We want to get the big ones, but that also comes with an extreme height disadvantage. I like that this trailer is not as tall as the fifth wheels, because coming into this state park, for example, there were some trees that I'm pretty sure if we had a fifth wheel, we would have been hitting some branches, and that would have been problematic. We made it through. It was already long enough as it was, but we made it through unscathed. That was great, but you can't do anything about the height. You can maneuver things with the length. The height, it is what it is, and that's what we didn't want to really go into at that moment. And so that's another thing. The fourth reason I love the height of it, it still gives us access to certain places that some fifth wheels may not have access to. And the fifth one, hey, I'm just comfortable. I'm comfortable with a travel trailer. Like I said earlier, I've been driving them for years, or tow behind, pull behind, whatever you want to call them, type of trailers behind for years. I like that. I'm comfortable. I can set up the Blue Ox Sway Pro hitch. My Blue Ox Sway Pro hitch works beautifully with this. I'm really happy with the Blue Ox Sway Pro hitch. It works well. I just upgraded my bars. It does the same thing it did when I was working with the 2800 BH. It does help reduce greatly sway. Nothing's going to eliminate sway completely. You're always going to feel it to some degree. Some more than others, but sway never is going to go completely away. It does great. I've never felt in a dangerous spot. I can go as fast as I want. Naturally, I want to be safe, so I'm not going to do anything crazy. But it's nice that I have the option that if I need to pass or if I need to make an emergency maneuver, I know I can keep this thing under control. So again, guys, look, there's no right or wrong answer for this. This isn't an attack on fifth wheels, but I do think people need to respect travel trailers a little bit more, because some of these higher end, larger travel trailers are pretty nice, guys. They really are pretty nice. And for those of you who are like me, you don't want to give up the space in your bed of your truck, because there's some things you just want to leave in there and keep with you at all times, no matter where you may travel to. You might not want to deal with the fifth wheel hitch in the back of your truck. You might not want to deal with the height of it. Guys, these travel trailers, there's some nice ones out there, and honestly, I don't know if I'm ready to change anytime soon. I'm pretty happy with it. And but our next travel trailer, our next upgrade will naturally be more than likely, I don't see how it wouldn't be, but it will be a fifth wheel with a 1-ton truck. But for now, guys, we're going to live this thing on out and live our free and get out and enjoy some things. I hope this helps. There's some benefits with fifth wheels, and there's many videos out there. There's a reason why people like fifth wheels. Some of it's part of, you know, I think a lot of the attraction to fifth wheels is the prestige of it. I think some people feel like they have more value by having a fifth wheel. Some people could care less. I don't know. But, you know, I just tell you, you know, I'm happy, guys. I'm really happy with this. It's a high quality, classy travel trailer that I'm thankful for. We were able to get something that fits our lifestyle better, maintain the same truck because I love my truck. I'm not even remotely close to being tired of the truck. And the best thing about all of it and the upgrade and sticking with the travel trailer is we got to bless some people. The money we would have put towards upgrading to a truck, we were able to bless some other folks that were in need. And I think that's what it's all about. So I'm not going to preach to you, but I think there's a balance. I think there's a balance. This nice travel trailer, maintaining the same truck, and blessing others was the balance for us. So I hope that helped. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.